Alright, this is post-video Leeann coming to give you an introduction because I filmed that video without any preparation, and I didn't really prepare this either, but now that I know what I talked about, I can say that I just wanted to come on real quick and talk about why the content has changed lately, what is Getting Psyched all about at the moment, why has the content been changing, and I want to have a little call to action to ask you to support some smaller creators right now. I think it's amazing when people do things just because they love them, because they're passionate about it, because they think, I have something to say and I want to share it with the world to benefit it. I think that's awesome. I think that's so cool, and I think it should be supported. So I'm going to shout out a few people, check out the description, and, stay tuned because I'm talking about the channel.
I'm DJ Psyched, and you're watching the Get Psyched YouTube channel. Let's get psyched about YouTube.
This is a different kind of video. I don't make videos like this very often. It's kind of off the cuff. I'm just gonna talk without having a script or anything at this point because I just wanted to make a video because I just feel really good about what's going on right now, and I figure I should document this for mostly myself. But if you're interested in knowing what's going on right now with both the podcast, the blog, and with what I'm up to and what has been learned, I'm probably going to call this something like lessons learned in 2021 already, or something along those lines, because it's only been a little while, into 2021. It's February 16th right now at the time of recording, but I do think that I have a very different grasp on what I'm doing for myself, my podcast, and just my presence online and how I live my life. And I think that I want to share that with my YouTube channel because I've never really shared this kind of side of things. I've kind of tried, but I haven't really. And so what I want to talk about is the development of the Get Psychedness that I do, and why I'm changing things, and what it stands for, what it means to me. This is basically like a reboot of, like I said one time, what's the purpose of getting psyched? Why do I get psyched? And right now, I think that's changed a lot for me, so I wanted to talk about it. So basically, lately, my content has been incredibly different. I do one podcast a month now. I upload a blog post every week, and I'm much more consistent as to uploading on my Instagram feed and Instagram story, and something that it means a lot to me, and something that I really am trying to do right now is to consume more varied types of content, to try and connect with other small creators, just because I enjoy getting to know cool people, and I think small creators are like the coolest of people because they're doing something fascinating. You can talk to them about it, you can see their work. I just love making friends with people who are small creators, and not even just small creators. I mean, we creative of any size, but I just love talking to creative people. I think it's fun. So that's something that I've been doing a lot lately. And also, right now, I think what my focus of my channels and everything I'm doing is the growth I want to see in my life. Because I tried to write and create podcasts and such that were much more abstract. This is a book I've read, or less abstract, I guess. This is a book I read, this is the music I'm into at the moment. This is the kind of stuff I was putting out for a while, just because it interested me, and so why not? I love reading and I love listening to music. But right now, a lot of my content has been geared more towards things like, motivation, imposter syndrome, how to get yourself motivated, all these things that are more self-development focused. And no, I'm not turning into a self-development guru, although I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think a lot of my favorite creators, even if they're not, solely focused on self-development, just like I'm not, I like that they integrate that into their works because it shows what they value in their lives, and it just spreads the good messages. I think there's a lot of really positive, good people out there who are trying to spread really good messages, and I want to be a part of that. I want to talk about how cool I want to talk about how cool meditation is. I want to talk about how powerful it's been for me to journal. I want to talk about how I found the motivation to do what I finally wanted to do with my life, why I feel way happier now than I did a few months ago. And I know that everything I say is not going to heal people who instantly see it, but I do know that as a person myself who always goes to creators I like and mediums that mean a lot to me when I'm feeling down, I want to be able to create something like that for other people. I want people to be able to feel like when they're in my channel, they're going to see very positive things, they're going to learn things that can really benefit them, and they're going to be in the presence of someone who does, care about the well-being of my friends and family. I'd like to consider myself someone who does care about my values and someone who cares about trying to be better, even though I know I'm not a perfect human. I have so much work to do. To me, growth mindset is absolutely everything. I want the people I'm closest to have a growth mindset. I want to bring my friends and family up. I want to build them up. I want to ask them how they're doing. I want to see how I can help them and encourage them. And I want that to be my community in my life. And that's why the content's changed. That's why I'm making this off-the-cusp quick video, because I just want to talk about why that's important to me, why I really want to change the content right now. And that's why I think that my life at the moment, you know, I'm young, I'm figuring things out, I'm trying really hard to keep myself like, woo, I can do things. I'm still in some level of control over what I do in my life. I'm in control over trying to be a better person, and I'm going to put the effort in the best ways I can to be there for the people I love, to show for the things that I value, and to just be happy with myself, knowing that I truly live what I want to live. And so that's why the content's changing. It's easiest for me to live a life of like, I'm going to do better, I'm going to be growth, if I'm consuming and creating content that reflects that kind of thing. When I write about motivation, you know, writing is my passion. There, I did it. I did the thing. I motivated myself to write, and I did it. When I make a video, hey, I motivated myself to make a video, and I put it out there. And so by writing these things, I'm living my values, and it makes me feel good, and it makes me feel really at home with the content I'm creating. So if you're watching this, I do hope that you enjoy the new type of content. I just wanted to put this video out there for anybody who's like, Leeann's channel has been so different lately. Leeann's been posting weird things on her Instagram story. And if you've, you know, thought any of that, or, you know, if you've been a part of this journey for a while and you're like, wow, stuff seems to be changing on the Get Psyched podcast, well, here's why. This is why things have been changing a lot lately, and I think that a lot of things have contributed to me feeling better about what I'm doing right now and to wanting to do it more. I mean, my numbers are the same. I'm not getting more views or anything per video, but I've found that I've somehow gotten more intrinsic motivation to do these things. And that comes from, you know, a lot of stuff. I don't want to get into that right now. That's what's going to be all over my channel for the next few months. It's going to be all over my blog. You know, why do I all of a sudden feel more inclined to talk about these things? Why is this what I'm choosing? But yeah, so long story short, I feel really good right now. I'm changing up my content, and I want to interact more with my content, what I'm creating, and what people I love are creating, create more, and just be more a part of that community. And so, in lieu of this, I just want to say a couple things. One, PME is a really good friend of mine, and I talk about him all the time. He's in the intro and outro of my podcast. His beat is used for both, and I shout him out in the outro every time because PME is just awesome. Jonathan and I have been friends since high school, and I always want to support the homies. So if you want to, you know, also be a part of the small creators world, check out PME. His link will be in the description. My friend Jonah, I was on Overthinkers Anonymous recently with him as his podcast. Jonah's super cool. So if you want to check out Jonah's work, I'll also link him in the description. And there's also my siblings. So I have two sisters, Mena Manicures, who is my sister Crystal. She does nails. She's really talented. Check her out. My sister Amber does makeup. Her name is The Truly Life of Amber right now. So I'll totally link them in the description as well. Those are my awesome sisters that like to post things online. So yeah, check out all these creators, please. I have a good few friends who like to create and do things, people I went to school with. Even if I don't like personally reach out a lot, like, hey, I support you. When I see a PME posting your stuff, I check it out. Like, good job to you. I'm gonna link as many people as I can in the description below. So if you want to, you know, meet some small creators or view some small creators or support somebody, like, just support the people who are out here just creating because they love to create. It's the coolest thing to me. When people are creating not just for the money, people aren't creating for the fame or the clout. They just love what they're doing, so they do it. I think that's the coolest thing. So I'm going to shout those people out below. Please give them some love if you want to check them out. And yeah, this is an off-the-cuff video. I can't even say it. This is an off-the-cusp video. I'm just making it because, like I said, things have been changing a lot lately, and I felt inclined to just say it. I'll probably talk about this or something similar in a blog post. Might make a better video someday about it, but for now, this is it. This is the new kind of content I'm making. This is why things are changing. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this, please do leave a comment below. Let me know if you checked out any of those people in my description. I'd really appreciate it if you can check out at least one of those creators down there. They're all really cool people. Like, I wouldn't be sending you their way if I didn't think they were awesome. So definitely check them out. And until next time, stay psyched.